A husband's role is to be the leader of the wife and family. In 1 Corinthians 11 it says, "But I want you to realize that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God." Also in Genesis 3:9, God called Adam, not Eve, after they ate the forbidden fruit. You guys remember when they ate the fruit, they went hiding because they felt shame. God called out, you know.
And who did he call? He didn't call Eve, even though she was the one that apparently grabbed the apple, but she wasn't really being held responsible, was she?
He was actually calling for Adam.
Because he was in charge.
He's the one responsible. And if you read your Bible closely, he was just standing right next to her, you know.
Probably looking at her naked body.
That's what that's what I told Debbie. I said, you know, this is what happened. Adam was, man, so enthralled with this woman of beauty.
You can eat whatever you want for whatever
time. Just take whatever. Just let me know when it's time. Because I'm ready.
Gotta populate the world, you know.
Yes,
okay,
you did.
The role of a husband is to
make sacrifices to love his wife unselfishly. In the book of Ephesians, now, Ephesians has an awful lot here, okay? Book of Ephesians chapter 5. Husbands, love your wife, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her.
All right, the role of a husband is to
present God's truth to his wife and guide her to a relationship with Jesus and holy living. Ephesians chapter 5. To make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. Brother, I'm going to tell you, our wives are in so much need of knowing God's love for her.
The role of a husband is to
work to provide for his family. Genesis 2:15. God put man in the garden to work it. That's what he did. He said, here, Adam, here it is. Take care of it, cultivate it, make it continue to grow, make sure the weeds are taken out. 1 Timothy 5:8 says, anyone who does not provide for their relatives and especially for their own household has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
Okay, let's get to the last one. The role of a husband is to
help provide an identity to his children and wife. In Genesis 2:19, God gives Adam the responsibility of naming each of the animals and Eve. Okay? He gave her the name woman. Okay? In a way, he spoke identity and value to each of them, which is a critical role of a husband and a father. A godly wife is to
be your husband's helper in all his responsibilities. And this is our main verse here at Squadron of Sisters, by the way, which is from Genesis 2:18, where God said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will create a helper suitable for him. So we are primarily designed to be our husband's helper. All right, a godly wife does respect her husband. And this is one of the most direct commands given to wives. It's just like very short. It's just very simple. It says in Ephesians 5:33, the wife must respect her husband. And I would just like to say, if you're new here, that something that we've learned is that respect is a decision and it's not a feeling. Because I remember, I've been married once before. So yes, God is redeeming both of our lives. But in my first marriage, I remember saying out loud, well, I can't respect him. I don't respect him. Well, I was viewing it as a feeling that had to be there before I could show respect. And God just says respect. And so we're learning that we show respect to our husbands, which means honoring them as the leader. It means esteeming them. It means affirming them, encouraging them, finding value, placing value on them. And when we do that for our husbands, whether we feel it initially or not, wow, it makes a world of difference to the man, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, guys, you know that. If your wife is actually, if she is actually stepping back and not jumping in to throw the flames or oil on the flames, you sit there and you think, wow, that's very, very cool that she actually respects me.